NBC's coverage of the NASCAR EA Sports 500 presented by Dodge is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By the United States Army, an army of one. By UPS, the official delivery company of NASCAR. We want to race the truck. People love the truck. And by NASCAR Thunder 2002. EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back to Talladega. 160,000 fans around the track and hanging out in the infield all so they can say they saw the excitement of Talladega in person. 43 cars ready to roll off pit road. 5 guys going for $1 million bonus. And now here are 3 guys that have absolutely no appreciation for the term no bull. Alan Bestwick, Benny Parsons, and Wally Dallenbach.
Hey, we're trained professionals. Don't try this at home. Benny, you said earlier you don't think we can see a caution-free race here today like we did at Talladega back in April. What has to happen for it to be a caution-free race?
Well, the drivers have to give. You just cannot take too much. You have to always keep your other driver in mind. But that's not going to happen today. I don't think too many drivers need a good run to get that ride, that solid ride for next year. Too many owners are sponsor hunting. They need their car up front. They're going to tell the driver to get up front. Take those chances. And when drivers take a chance, we usually end up with trouble.
We talked earlier in our pre-race coverage about the technical rules for the cars that are different here at Talladega and at Daytona than every place else. There's one major race procedure rule that's different here too, Wally, and that's the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah, we have a yellow line now that you're not supposed to cross. It used to be that anything goes, the track, the grass. Here in the spring race, we had Casey Atwood trying to make a pass, and you can see that yellow line down on the inside. If you go below that yellow line, that's a stop-and-go penalty, which you're going to lose at least 1 lap. So you're really not supposed to cross that line. And it makes it actually a lot safer, because it used to be we'd go 4 or 5 wide, and then you get to the corner, and there wasn't enough room. So I think that was a real smart move.
So we'll keep an eye on that. We have seen it play out a couple of times already this year. Remember Tony Stewart at Daytona in July, and the one we just showed you, Casey Atwood, here in April. Cars are rolling out onto the track. Let's get you a driver's eye view of this massive speedway with Benny's Thunder Motion.
And our Thunder Motion is powered by EA Sports NASCAR Thunder 2002. This racetrack, really and truly, you can run about any place that you want to go. High, low, the middle of the racetrack. We'll see cars 3, 4 wide in the corners and 5 wide down the straightaway.
All right, let's see how good your car drafts up here.
All right, this is really key. They really got to work on. They work on these cars trying to suck up, to pull right up behind that car. But I've got such a good hot rod today, I'm going right by Sterling Marlin. Jimmy Spencer on the outside, he's not going to be a problem. And once I get that draft, that suck off that 18 car, it just pulls me right along, and it's like I got a rope and they're pulling me in, getting me closer and closer, and pile up on it.
You're going to win. Hit him.
The big power move.
Hit him a little bit.
You know, if I had a car that fast in today's race NASCAR, I'd tear that car into 1,000 pieces trying to find out just what made that car so fast. EA Sports NASCAR Thunder 2002 is now available in stores.
Cars are on the racetrack, making the first of their parade and pace laps for both you and the drivers. Final moment to take a deep breath. The green flag is next. Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR, is the proud sponsor of the Bud Pole Award, given to the fastest qualifier in each NASCAR Winston Cup race. Stacy Compton made it 2 for 2 at Talladega this year, picking up his 2nd straight Bud Pole Award at this track on Friday in qualifying. Since 1979, Anheuser-Busch has awarded more than $7 million as the title sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. And now the Walmart starting grid for today's EA Sports 500. Compton and Bobby Hamilton share the front row. Hamilton won here at Talladega back in April. Row number 2, it's Sterling Marlin with 2 Talladega wins to his credit, and Johnny Benson, who scored his best Talladega finish here in April.
On the inside of row 3, Bill Elliott won twice here, but no restrictor plate wins. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the race in Daytona July 4th. Back in row 4 on the inside, John Andretti will have to go to a backup car in the 43, and Kyle Petty on the outside.
Joe Nemechek goes from row 5. He's got a couple of top 10s in the last 2 Talladega races. And Dale Jarrett, the 98 winner of this event. 6th row, championship leader Jeff Gordon with 2 Talladega victories to his credit. And last week's winner, Ricky Craven.
On the inside of row 7, Jeff Purvis, another driver having to go to backup, and Mark Martin. He has 2 Talladega wins. He was 4th in April. On the inside of row 8, Kenny Wallace had his career second place here last fall, and Brett Bodine, great qualifying run for Brett.
9th row, Elliott Sadler, who finished 3rd at Daytona in the Pepsi 400, and Ward Burton, who's finished 3rd the last 2 straight races. 10th row, it's Kevin Harvick, 12th in April in his first Talladega restrictor plate race, and Terry Labonte, who was one of the fastest in final practice, but crashed that car and is in a backup. He'll go to the end of the field.
In row 11 on the inside is Todd Bodine, last week's pole winner. On the outside, Buckshot Jones. Back in row 12, Ricky Rudd. This is his 50th Talladega start. Alongside him, Matt Kenseth.
13th row, Jimmy Spencer, 1994 winner of this race, and Casey Atwood, who had a good run going until he got penalized for a out-of-bounds line violation here in April. 14th row, Kurt Busch started in this same spot in April and finished 3rd, and Ken Schrader, who's also in a backup car.
On the inside of row 15, Jerry Nadeau, 6th place in Daytona, was his best restrictor plate finish. Michael Waltrip, the winner of the Daytona 500 on the outside. In row 16 on the inside, Dave Blaney. And on the outside, Rusty Wallace. Again, will have to go to the rear of the field with a backup car. Rusty Wallace.
17th row, Jeff Burton had to repair some left front fender damage to his car, but he holds his starting spot. Bobby Labonte, a lot of times he drops to the back in the opening laps here and lets the traffic sort out. 18th row, Bobby Hamilton Jr. in his first NASCAR Winston Cup restrictor plate race, and Robert Presley in the Jasper Ford.
Back in the row 19 on the inside, Tony Stewart. He was 2nd here in April, and Mike Wallace. 3 restricted plate races this year, 3 top 10 finishes. In row 20 on the inside, Robbie Gordon, the 31 car, and Kevin LePage driving the car that Mike Wallace had those 3 top 10 finishes at restricted plate races.
Final 3 starters in the field, Jason Leffler, Ron Hornaday in a Chevrolet this week, team bringing that one instead of a Pontiac, and Hut Strickland has the 43rd and final position in the grid. Those who failed to qualify: Dave Marcus, unable to make the final start at Talladega before he hangs up the helmet at the end of the year, and Rick Mast. Final stories from pit road. Marty?
Well, Alan, let me introduce a new term to many people's vocabulary, a rad car. I'm not talking about a cool car. I'm talking about a coalition between Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, Andy Petree Racing, and Richard Childress Racing. There are 7 rad cars in the field today. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is one of those cars, and ever since this aerodynamic package was introduced last year at Talladega, a rad car has won every one of these races. Today, Burns.
Marty, last night Bill Elliott had a dream. It wasn't a good dream. He dreamed that he couldn't find his car to get here to the racetrack. The other problem, his phone in the dream was in the car. He couldn't call Ray Evernham to tell him that he couldn't make it to the track. In reality, Bill Elliott is in the car. He will make his 50th start here at Talladega and hope to get his 3rd win here at the Superspeedway. Matt?
Dave, there's only been 1 caution-free race in the last 8 here at Talladega, so fuel mileage could end up playing a factor by day's end. Talking to a number of engine builders in the garage area this morning, most can go 50-plus laps, so they can make this race on 3 segments if it should go green. The one group that has trouble going the distance, 50 laps, is the Hendrick cars. They're a 46 to 49 lap range. Alan?